Welcome back to Luke's Properties YouTube channel. In this video, I'm going to talk about how my students Jason and Mia got their first 2 rent-to-rents in just 6 months. Now before we get into the video, my name's Luke. 7 years ago, I started a rent-to-rent business with my last £6,000 in savings. Since then, I turned that £6,000 into a multi-6-figure rent-to-rent business. I then used the profits from that business to buy a portfolio of buy-to-let properties. And nowadays, I teach people how to do exactly what I've done. So that's a little bit about me. Now let's get into the video. So firstly, who are Jason and Mia? Well, Jason and Mia are a motivated couple who joined our rent-to-rent success system just 6 months ago. When I first spoke to Jason and Mia, they told me they wanted freedom, more time together, and to escape the 9-to-5 lifestyle. They came into our program with no previous experience in rent-to-rent. They had dabbled in a couple other property strategies, but not rent-to-rent. But what they did have was commitment to the process. They both followed the step-by-step roadmap that I gave them, and 6 months later, here they are with their first 2 rent-to-rent serviced accommodation properties. So now let's have a look at the actual numbers and what they did to acquire these first 2 deals. So they sent 50 messages on different online portals like Gumtree, like OpenRent, like Facebook. They made 25 phone calls to landlords and agents. They posted 50 direct to landlord letters. They attended 10 viewings and they made 5 offers. From those 5 offers, 3 were rejected, but 2 were accepted. See, you don't need to do 500 things. You need to do the right things consistently. And that's what I can help you with if you join my program. So let's have a look at the power of focused action. So only 10 viewings to get 2 deals is a 20% conversion rate. To make 5 offers and get 2 accepted is a 40% offer to deal success rate. Jason and Mia got 3 rejections out of 5 offers, but they stayed consistent despite some no's. They didn't overthink, they just followed the blueprint and kept doing the work, kept doing the right things. Here's Jason and Mia messaging me privately on WhatsApp, telling me they got their first 2 deals. I was quite surprised because I haven't spoken to them in a little while. Here's them telling me they're insanely busy, juggling their young family and their first 2 rent-to-rents. I asked Jason and Mia what they did to get their first 2 deals, and here's the numbers that they shared with me. Now let's have a look at what Jason and Mia did right. They used multiple outreach strategies, messages, calls, and direct to landlord letters. They didn't stop at their first few rejections. They took every coaching call that we had seriously. They made notes, they listened, and they implemented. They applied feedback immediately. So whenever they got told no, they went back to the drawing board, tweaked their offer slightly, and went back out there and made more offers. They stayed plugged into the rent-to-rent success system and support, and they were always contributing in the WhatsApp group, getting support from other students, whilst also supporting other people too. And this is exactly what we tell our students: to show up, to stay consistent, and the results will come. So what does all this mean for you? Well, if you're stuck in a job with no exit strategy and you're spending time watching others win but not taking action yourself, then what are you doing? Jason and Mia didn't wait. They just followed the process. They done everything I asked them to do. They stuck to the program, and because of this, they now have their first 2 rent-to-rent deals. So if you're tired of waiting for things to change, maybe it's time you do something different. Now, if you want me to help you get your first few rent-to-rent deals in the next 180 days, guaranteed, then I'll put a link in the video description below. Click the link and you'll be able to book in a call in with myself. On that call, we'll make a plan for you going forward and we'll work out if we're the right fit for each other. If not, then keep watching my YouTube videos. Keep getting inspired and motivated by my success students. Successful people leave clues, so try and copy what's working for me and my success students, and I'm sure you'll make some progress. I hope you've enjoyed this video, guys, and as always, I'll see you on the next one.